So now that you've added your two or three different flooring areas, and they're all the lovely concrete slab, we want to update that to give it different flooring types, make it more interesting as it goes through. So we're going to change the material for it. And there's a couple of different graphic parts that we're going to update for that. So we're going to change the appearance so that in your visual style down here in your view bar, if you go to realistic, it will show the image that it comes through. Or if you are on your hidden line, it's going to show a graphic pattern that you would use for like a finish plan or a flooring plan. So in order to see that pattern, there's one thing you need to make sure you do first is under your properties, come down, and it's at the bottom where it says phasing. On your phase part here, make sure that it is set to project completion. All right. It's probably not, so you'll need to change that. Your phase filter should be on show all. That's typically the default, but make sure you change that to project completion so that you can see the patterns as you go through. So once you've done that, you're going to choose a flooring. For this one, I can easily see where it is, but if you're not sure, then you're going to hover over a wall. See how that's turning blue, but I haven't clicked on it. And you're going to hit the tab key. And each time you hit the tab key, it's going to highlight a different area that is adjacent to that wall. So when it gets to the flooring that I want, I'm going to click on it, and then it will shade in everything. It will also over here in a properties say floor, so you know you've clicked the right element as you go through. So now we're going to choose edit type. We're going to come in and we're going to duplicate. You don't want to just rename it because that will get rid of this basic 4-inch concrete slab, which you need. So you're going to duplicate. It's going to open this up and now name it. And we're going to start with carpet. You may have more than one type of carpet. So if you want to say carpet 1 to start, whichever is fine, you'll hit OK. Now we're going to come in and the structure is what we're editing. So don't worry about the rest of it down here. We're going to edit it in the structure and that will change what we need it to. So this is going to open up your edit assembly window when you click on edit. We're going to come to the structure row under materials column. So right here it says concrete. You're going to click on that. It'll highlight a little box. If you happen to click just in this corner, sometimes it will open right away. And it's going to open up your material browser. So you will have some materials already up here that you can see. These are your project materials. That's what is already loaded into the project. And this comes either standard through Revit or if you have some other components in it that bring in their own materials. Down here, you can hit the arrow next to home and then arrow next to AEC materials. And this is going to give you categories of all the materials that are available in Revit. So they have just a lot of basic ones. And you can just look through them as you click on it. You can scroll through it and find what you're looking for. So under carpet is under fabric, just where they put it. There's nothing really exciting under here, just some basic. So we'll do a carpet loop pile. There's an arrow button that you'll see, an up arrow button. When you click on that, it's going to add it into your project. All right. So this is a carpet loop pile that's white. There's two main tabs when this is highlighted that you want to look at. First is your appearance. So this is the actual image that would show when you fully render it. And then the next is graphics. So under graphics, you have shading. Make sure that you check use render appearance. It's going to keep it closer to what the actual appearance is. Then the next thing we need to do is your surface pattern. So it's going to come in as a none pattern. You want to click where it says none, and it's going to open up a window with fill pattern options. These are just standard hatching patterns. So you're just going to choose something that fits for what's used commonly. And some of this you will learn as you go. I will tell you what to use as we're going through it. So let's use a gypsum plaster pattern for the carpet and hit OK. So you're going to put it in the foreground and go ahead and put it the same thing in the background as it goes through. And you want to make sure it's the same one under foreground and background. And then you're going to hit OK. You'll see it's changed the material here. You'll hit OK again. You'll also see it's changed the structural material here. OK one more time. And now you can see it's added a pattern to it as it goes through. All right, so we have a carpet.